Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sanj, welcome back to the Bodybuilding News Network for another daily installment of Bodybuilding Today, where we talk about hot topics trending in the world of bodybuilding. Now, we do have a couple 2024 Arnold Classic physique updates, so stay tuned if you enjoy that. Consider subscribing if you find yourself all the way till the end of the video and enjoying these topics. Now, moving right into shout out to Daniel over at Bodybuilders Without Borders for providing us a snippet, some more Rafael Brandao physique updates, as we did just yesterday talk about some older footage. These are, I would say, the most recent physique updates that we've been able to get from Rafael Brandao. There is going to be a very quick side-by-side comparison in just a second here, so stay tuned, of what he looked like in 2022 to what he looks like now in 2024, around 5.5 weeks out from the 2024 Arnold Classic. This post saying 39 days out. And I will say that Rafael is continuing to be very impressive. He's looking very impressive. But the question is, when you look at the caliber of athletes, is it going to be the structure of Samson that gives Rafael Brandao a better look? Or is he going to have to dig deep and find the conditioning to compare against the second place runner-up at last year's Mr. Olympia, Hadi Choopan? Now, looking, like I said, at these side-by-sides, shout out again, back-to-back features for Old School Maramba News, one of the leading Brazilian bodybuilding news outlets out of Brazil, showing us what Rafael Brandao looked like in 2022 versus what he looks like now in 2024. And at first I said in my head, as I was kind of thinking of what I wanted to talk about today, is, good Lord, this guy's got to be on a lot of growth. Like, his head has grown exponentially. But I will say that he, as a whole, has grown quite a bit. So there's that. To be fair, he has grown exponentially in the last 2 years. But I think also his head has grown. So I'm very interested to see how he compares to Samson Dauda. I think it's going to be a fun rematch since they competed against each other just a few years prior in, I believe it was the 2022 Prague Pro. Now, moving into the Hadi Choopan update. Now, this is an older video being posted at 5.5 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. The photo or the video here being actually recorded 7 weeks out from the Arnold Classic. So, not a lot of mental games as Totoro's running around. I'm trying to keep him entertained. Not a lot of mental games of like trying to trick us, saying, hey, I'm looking not as sharp, and then you come into maybe week 4 and he's looking crazy shredded. He's been looking shredded the whole time. This is, it's important for him to put those timestamps on. It's important for him to be like, hey, this is 7 weeks out. So looking at the actual physique update as we get into looking at it, I'm saying he looks thick. I think he looks pretty darn full. The conditioning looks pretty solid, and I would say at 5 weeks out, I'd say he looks quite good, honestly, and I'd like to see him get a little bit sharper, a little bit more tight, but we do have quite a bit of time left. We have 5 weeks till the Arnold Classic, and the last week is always going to be that huge week where a lot of things are going to change. So, expect big changes from Hadi Choopan. And as I kind of divulge into a tangent here, I talked about it a couple videos ago. I don't know if you saw it. If you did, give me a like. Let me know down below. But when we look at the judging criteria for the Arnold versus the Mr. Olympia, is the Arnold Classic judging panel going to judge the winner off of Samson, or are they going to judge it off of Hadi? Because they're two very different physiques, and I'm genuinely interested to see how the judges are going to judge the show. If they, you got to think, what is the standard? What are they judging off of? You've got Chris Bumstead for Classic, so they have something to judge from to start with. But this show, I think, is going to be somewhat wide open, at least for the top 2. Now, someone I'm very excited to continue to watch his evolution from a top 4 212 Olympian competitor to now a top 2 competitor in the men's open for Olympia qualifying shows, John Jewett. Now, this guy is a phenomenal athlete, a professional bodybuilder, and also a outstanding coach, and I've been following him for quite a while now. I really enjoy watching his transformation into the open division. And he did actually beat out Justin Rodriguez. I do mention it probably every time I talk about him, but he placed second at the Legion Sports Festival last year. So this guy is going to be in the conversation in 2024. I think last time I talked to him, he said he would be interested in doing the 2025 Arnold Classic, and he plans on doing a show around the mid-year. So expect him around June, July to go for his Olympia qualification. And finishing off the video, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This will be one of the last days in this apartment as I have started moving to my new apartment. So look forward to the new studio. But Breon Ainsley, the Black Swan, coming into the Arnold Classic for classic physique, and he continues to impress. He was just at the LA Fit Expo all weekend, standing, autographing, doing interviews with people. I didn't actually go to the LA Fit Expo this year, but I will say that with Breon doing all that and still looking pretty gosh darn sharp 5.5 weeks out from the Arnold Classic, I think he's definitely going to be in that conversation to be in the winning circle. He has a lot of guys to beat. He's got Ramon Dino, the clear favorite. He's got Urs Kelsinski, kind of the guy that the Olympia insiders are really pushing to be in the top two. And then you have someone like Breon Ainsley, who really brings a different look to classic, and in the past it has been rewarded. That's the news today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host here on BNN, Josh Sanch. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing, check out the Patreon and vote on the poll for exclusive content, and consider subscribing and helping me retire my parents from the financial monetization from this YouTube channel. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.